It is a new week, which means we've got This Week in Star Citizen. Sometimes it actually does come out on time or timely. No offense to the people working on it. No, you've got a busy day. But sometimes we don't get to cover this. I'm glad we do this time. So let's jump straight in. Here's what's coming up this week in Star Citizen. Last week brought a wave of updates. We launched a fresh roadmap update, adding 15 new and revised cards to the release view, along with 5 new entries into the progress tracker, offering a preview of what's coming next. The April monthly report also dropped, packed with valuable insights. This is all last week. We've covered all of that. How about let's go to this week in Star Citizen. That's what we're here for. Monday, we're going to be kicking things off with an Invictus launch week sneak peek as Behind the Ships dives into the next vehicle joining the verse at this year's big event. We will also publish an FAQ to answer your top questions. All 3 of these will be coming out separately on Space Tomato 2. We'll be going over that in a little bit. On Tuesday, we're dropping the full manufacturer schedule, so you can plan your test flights and get ready to hit the show floor when Invictus Week begins. We will try to have just general meeting opportunities for people during Invictus in GII if you are a part of it, so the org can at least know when people will also be there. Not necessarily saying it'll be an event or anything, but it'll be a chance for folks to meet up. The countdown is almost over. Invictus launch week kicks off on Thursday. Day 1 opens with Aegis and Greycat taking center stage. We'll have everything you need to make the most of this year's epic event, including free fly access, referral bonus, FAQs, vehicle Q&As, and plenty of comms to keep you in the know every step of the way. This is typically an incredibly good time for information regarding ships. Now, I'm just going to address this now because I know this is going to come up a lot throughout the stream, and everybody can kind of weigh in on answering this. I'm not going to talk about the Beijing Bar Citizen right now. I will be referencing a couple things that did happen because of that, but I'm not really interested in covering it until they release it. I want to make sure everything is actually, straightforward that we're about to cover and put out. And we just got other things that we can talk about right now. But generally, Invictus Week is a source of at least one major Star Citizen live. And you can go back and find these. It's where I pull a lot of my own, I don't want to say proof, but references. When I'm talking about details that are coming up, like flight models, engineering, I take I think from this one. I take this about hover mode all the time. So generally, if you're into ships, I would definitely say pay attention to this. When they say this, they ain't joking. But also play the game. It's a free fly. Referral bonus, get your referrals in, enjoy yourselves, just like rent ships, play things for free. That's that's the point, That's the best part of it. On Friday, be sure to check your inbox for the RSI weekly newsletter, where we'll recap the week's highlights, showcase standout community content, and give you a sneak peek at what's coming next. Day 2 of Invictus launch week continues with Aegis and Greycat. We'll also be publishing a Q&A Invictus Ship Talk with the vehicle director John Crew, where he answers some of the top questions from the Chinese community following our visit to Bar Citizen Beijing last week. That's where we'll be covering it. Then on Saturday, Invictus launch week, day 3, will shine the spotlight on RSI Origin and Argo. Be sure to check the official page for live updates and all the latest information. I'll be publishing my own coverage of this event, probably not every day or anything like that, but somewhat. And I will also actually be over on InfoRunners a couple days to talk about stuff going on. So drop by there too. On Saturday, launch day 3, I already covered that. Also on Saturday, we're continuing the Bar Citizen tour with Con 42, an unmissable event in Mulheim, Maine, Germany. I didn't know if that was a whole phrase. It's your chance to connect with fellow players and developers, enjoy a full state of panels, and participate in activities you won't want to miss. Invictus launch week then continues into day 4 on Sunday, featuring more from RSI Origin and Argo. So this is just how it's going to be. Basically, they'll have different manufacturers throughout the week, and you'll be able to, I'm not sure, we can rent all the ships. They said, oh, no. So the show floor will have all the ships throughout the whole week, so you don't have to worry about that. But for renting the ships, I believe it's the specific manufacturer's days you can rent the ships. So you will want to come back, but you don't have to come back every day because the days, they're like 2-day gaps between ship changes. So yeah, this week really is dominated by preparation for Invictus Week. Next week will be dominated by Invictus Week. And then the week after that will likely be dominated by talk about more Invictus Week, to be honest. I don't know how much content they're really going to release during this, though. Usually we'd get an Inside Star Citizen and a Star Citizen Live, and potentially a couple ship trailers. This time I think it's mainly just going to be ship trailers and that one Star Citizen Live. But hopefully we get another. Either way, that's this week.